Okay, folks, welcome back to the W4VHZ Antenna Addict channel. This is an Astron RS-35M that I've had for a while, and it's pretty heavy. It's also very bulletproof. For example, last week at field day, I guess it's almost 2 weeks ago now, it took a header out of the back of a vehicle and landed pretty hard on one of its corners, and it blew this meter right out of the front of the device. Well, some super glue and patience and careful remounting, and it's fixed. I just tested it and it works just fine. We had tested it out at field day without the meter and it worked just fine. But as you can see, the top got a little bit scuffed up. That wasn't there before. It landed on this corner, and literally the meter just exploded right out of the front of it. And you can see it's missing the little adjustment screw there, but the voltage based on an external meter that I hooked up is right on. So it's 13.8 volts, I think. At any rate, so the reason for this video is this little gem over here. So these are pretty heavy, as you're probably aware, and they're a pain in the ass to move around. So some time ago, I got the brilliant idea, and it's actually pretty brilliant for me, to put some handles on it to make it easier to move around. And so what you get, you pick it up, and the transformer is on the other end, and you can pick it up and move it around with relative ease compared to the way it was before. So I'm going to take this apart again, because I've already had it apart once to repair the meter. I'm going to take it apart again and show you how I mounted this on the inside. But if you'll stand by with me for just a second, we will get this done. Short video today, but definitely a worthwhile mod, and it'll make it a lot easier to move these around. I have two of these. Both of them work fine. The other one, when I got it for 50 bucks, the power supply was shot. So you'd press it on and it would not stay locked in that in the on position. So I contacted the folks at Astron out in California, and for $12.95, I think it was, this is a couple of years ago, they shipped me a new one, and I just put it in and away it goes, and it's been working ever since. So I have two of these little gems, and I think total, including the replacement of the switch, I don't think I've got even $150 into both of these. So because I got one at a Ham Fest, the one with a broken switch, for 50 bucks, and I got an MFJ power strip with it. I don't remember whether it was terminal binding posts or whether it was power poles, but it was one of the two. I got that one for 50 bucks, and I think I paid 70 for this one. And I know this isn't the one that had the switch replaced, because I left the tags on the switch leads when I took the other switch out. Anyway, let me open this up and we can show you what the inside looks like. So while I'm on the bottom of this thing, there's something I want to show you. First of all, you have to take out screws from the four corners here, 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 and here. But that's not the main thing. There's also 3 screws on the top I'll show you in a second. But I took a copy of the manual and the schematic and taped it to the bottom of the unit, where it will live forevermore in case I need it. The other one that I got from the Hamfest doesn't have that, but since I've got 2 of them and they're identical, I think we're good. So at any rate, let me flip this thing over and you can see where the other screws were. Should be all right to flip over without any screws in it. And I'm not too concerned about the appearance of this one anymore, because it's pretty beat up already when I got it. So there's screws here, here, and here to take out. So I can't manipulate the camera, the phone actually, and take the lid off at the same time. So I'm going to pause the video and take the lid off. Basically what you do is you just lift this away, because you got to clear the screw heads there, and then it just slides to the front. Now with this lid off, you can see what part of the issue is. Those screw heads, machine screws that hold the handle on, they stick up just a little bit. So getting it off with it on, with the handle on, is a little bit challenging. But when you don't have the screws installed or the handle installed, it slides right off. So you can either take it off one of 2 ways. If it's laying flat, it'll slide to the front, or like this, you can put it on this back heat sink down here and just lift it off. And there's the inside detail. You can see I got a couple of holes drilled right there in the middle. Those are the screws that hold on the handle. You don't have to get this particular type of handle. This happened to be something that was cheap, and it was at Lowe's. I get a lot of hardware from Lowe's. They got some pretty good deals, and they give a nice military discount too, so all good there. So I like this one because it had kind of a knurled thing, and it's big enough that I can fit my fingers in there pretty good because I got kind of big hands, size 8.5 as a matter of fact, in a surgical glove. Anyway, you can get a hold of it and lift it up, and I'll tell you what, man, it is much easier to move this power supply around with this mod done to it. So let me put it back together so I can show you what it looks like when it's finished up. So to get it back on, what you need to do is basically pull it away a little bit and just let it slide back down on there. And then you just have to line up the screw holes and put the screws back in, the 4 on the bottom and the 3 on the top. I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back. So once you slide the top back on, you need to make sure that there's little square tabs under here. You have to slip it over the top of that, and you can see the top 3 screws that go in. I'm going to put those in and then do the bottom ones, and I'll be back. Okay, a couple other things to note here. First of all, you want to be sure and check your 12-volt power leads, positives on the top. Make sure that those are the grommets, the insulating grommets are good, and it's not shorted to ground. That's something I would check when you get one of these if you get it used. The other thing, don't be afraid to do some cable management and make sure that the what I want to do is put a one of those Velcro wire wraps on there to make it a little bit more convenient. That's just how I got it back from field day. The other thing I like, I'm a big fan of putting these on power plugs because it keeps the plug from poking holes in things. Because when you think about it, those power, the plug blades can be a little sharp, and they poke holes in things. So if you want to make sure that you don't do that, then you can cover it up when you're not using it. Guy Cox KQ4 LOI printed these for me. They're nice little covers for the transistors to keep them out of trouble. And I also have a cool 3D printed terminal cover there, but you can see that this is all put back together with the handle on the side, and yeah, moving this around is a piece of cake. The other thing that I did with this particular one is I put some feet on it so it wouldn't scratch the wooden floors in my house because I have hardwood floors. I have different ones of these on the other power supply, but it's the same idea. Put some feet on it, and then you can store it sitting upright like that, because it's already got feet here, so if you want to run it level, that's fine. Or you can put it up on its end and have the transformer on the heavy end. But at any rate, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one. 7-3.